was. And there she was, Your Honor.
You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. I'm 18 years old and I'm getting arrested in front of my parents. While the detective is reading me my rights, I look over and there she was, Mama. I had a feeling she wasn't happy with me. When I saw one of her shoes fly by my face, Mexican moms do things differently. They don't believe in timeouts. Mama is only 5 foot, 100 pounds, but has a great arm. She could hit you from 50 yards away. You think Tom Brady is good? Mama is the best. Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters. Growing up in a small border town wasn't easy. Even attending school was difficult at times. When I was 12 years old, I had a math teacher who was 6'2", 200 pounds. He was big and he was mean. One day, I disrupted his class, so he escorts me to the principal's office. While I was trying to plead my case to the school administrators, my teacher decides to interrupt me, lose control, and assault me in front of everyone. While this was a very difficult time in my life, that day I went home, I opened the door, and there she was, Mama. Always there in the good times and the bad times. But I wasn't paying attention because I was busy doing drugs, hanging out with the wrong crowd, or skipping school. When I was 15 years old, I used to play basketball, even though I only had a 2-inch vertical leap. I was great at shooting the 3-point shot. They say white man can't jump. Well, Joe couldn't jump either. I was so good at playing basketball that I broke and dislocated my pinky finger. But I take negative situations like this and turn them into positive ones. So now I use my finger to give people directions. Oh, it's that way. Or he went that way. Or maybe this way. During one of my outdoor games, I was shooting free throws when I look over, and there she was, Mama, watching me play. It was over 120 degrees, but she didn't care. Always there in the good times and the bad times. But I wasn't paying attention. When I was 27 years old, I was arrested for drugs. I was looking at a 2-year sentence. During one of my court proceedings, I was speaking to my attorney. When I look over, there she was, Mama, in court. I had a feeling she wasn't happy with me. That's why I bent down to look at both feet. Just want to make sure she had both shoes on. I was more afraid of Mama throwing a shoe in court than the judge sentencing me to 2 years in prison. But she was always there in the good times and the bad times. But I wasn't paying attention. In 2012, I lost my job, my home. I was living in a hotel with a family of 4. Financially, I wasn't doing great. Only had $10 to my name. When I hear a knock on the door, I open the door, and there it's housekeeping. Delivering me a letter. Guess who that letter was from? Mama. Sending me money from her Social Security check. Always there in the good times and the bad times. But I wasn't paying attention. When I was 33 years old, I had the worst experience of my life. I went through a nervous breakdown and I was thinking suicide. My mind was racing 100 miles per hour. Felt like a computer being attacked by viruses. I didn't want to tell anybody what was happening to me because I didn't want people to think I was going crazy. But that day, I went home, I opened the door, And guess who was visiting that day? It wasn't a coincidence. Mama. As soon as she saw me, she knew exactly what was happening to me. I didn't have to say a word. She could feel my pain flowing through my veins. She could hear my heart pounding with her motherly instincts. With the power of prayer, Mama saved my life that day. Believe me, now I'm paying attention. I learned 2 valuable life lessons from Mama. Number 1, don't take your loved ones for granted. If you have someone that is supporting you right this moment, open your eyes and pay attention before it's too late. Lesson number 2, and this is the most important lesson of them all. Make sure Mama is not wearing any shoes when delivering bad news.